The Labour Party are currently facing a leadership crisis that is threatening to tear the party apart. The crisis is centered around the national chairman, Julius Abure, who has been accused of misappropriation of funds and making decisions without consultations with other party members. Meanwhile, Peter Obi, the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, has called for the structuring of the obedient movement, which he says is necessary for building a new Nigeria. He's also emphasized the need for the party to focus on building a new Nigeria rather than engaging in minor issues that will distract it. Political watchers have said the crisis in the Labour Party is a major setback for the party, which has been gaining popularity in recent times. Right now, let's turn to the Labour Party National Publicity Secretary, Ayobami Arabambi, to discuss the leadership crisis in the party and the status of the party's national chairman, Julius Abure, after INEC disowned the Congress that elected him into the second term. Good afternoon. Good to have you on Newsday. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
So many questions for you today, but first of all, Julius Abure, what is his status in the party?
Well, thank you very much. Julius Abure remained the national chairman of the Labour Party, even as we speak now.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Despite INEC saying that you do not recognize the convention.
INEC did not say he's not the chairman of the party. What INEC wrote in their letter, is just a normal thing for them. They said they did not monitor the convention, but the fact remains. I think we need to go, through the constitution now, and I would like Nigerians, because like I said to Dr. Benabati, Arise is not just a national television, but international. Therefore, every word that will come out of here would definitely be scrutinized by all and sundry everywhere. With respect to INEC letter, the position of Electoral Act, which supersedes INEC guideline, is every political party shall give commission at least 21-day notice for any convention, congresses, conference, or meeting. And Labour Party gave them 21-day notice. That is one. Two, whether they monitor or not is clear here. There's a failure of a political party, that section 82.5, the failure of a political party to notify the commission as stated in subsection 1, that's 82.1, shall render the convention, congresses, conferences, or meeting invalid. Now, if a party, if you fail to notify INEC, if you fail to give them 21-day notice, you're on your own. But they gave them the 21-day notice, and let me now tell you what the Constitution says in section 83. They said, if there's any issue, if they don't come, that is their problem. But the Constitution only said, once you give them, the 21-day notice, you are covered, by the law. Their attendance or not is not mandatory. And I'm going to give you 23, Supreme Court judgment, 2023 Supreme Court judgment. I'm going to read it to Nigerians. Now, if there are now issues, if INEC didn't monitor them, section 3, that the monitoring of political party in section 3.1, the commission shall keep record of activities of registered political party. But 2 says, where there is ambiguity, the commission may seek information or clarification from any registered political party in connection with the activities of the political party, which may be contrary to the provision of the Constitution. Then 3 says, the commission may direct the inquiry under subsection 2 to the chairman or secretary of the political party. If there are issues that is not clear to INEC, the Constitution has directed them what to do. 83 sub 3 said they should direct any of such inquiry to the national chairman or national secretary. I am reading from the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. We do not have any other one other than this. So for the letter, there is no legislative crisis in Labour. Nigeria needed to know it is not just for people who will think they can pressure on INEC. INEC must obey this Electoral Act because the Constitution of Nigeria is very clear. Supremacy of the Constitution. They said any other act or law that is in contravention of the Constitution of Nigeria, such act or law shall be set aside to the extent of inconsistency. That once INEC say, this is our rule, that rule has been subsumed by the Electoral Act. Their rule cannot take precedence over in the Electoral Act, of the Federal Republic in Nigeria. So now that they have been given the 21-day notice, and they fail to come, that one remains their problem. And the party, what the constitution says is that failure of a political party to notify the commission as stated in section 1 shall in Supreme Court, rendition mean compulsory. They said once you fail to notify the commission, then that shall render your convention, conferences and meeting invalid. But once you have notified them, your convention, your congresses, anything you do that they fail to monitor, it is none of your business. That is what the constitution is saying.
All right. Thank you for that exhaustive explanation. I'm sure you'll still have to break that down into layman terms for us. But a communique that was circulated after that very embattled Newi convention said that the National Publicity Secretary was still behind Peter Obi as the presidential candidate for the party. Does that still stand as well?
No, you mean Labour Party behind Mr. Peter Obi?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, you see, if a party said, oh, we wanted you, as our person, that person will still have to wait, until when ILEC will now open the window for 2027 general election. But Labour Party, actually intend, to see, patronizes Mr. Peter Obi, and that has been made, very, very explicit. But you see, I think the obedient are the ones that are just trying to cause confusion here and there, claiming they are not members of Labour Party, and which they themselves, make sure they force Mr. Peter Obi to withdraw them from Labour Party, that they are not members of any political, party. And these are the same people, that are with the NTC, that is the National Transition Committee that was formed illegally, to now be, fighting with the substantive executive of Labour Party. So for us, we and Peter Obi, we are one and individual political family. But for the obedient, we don't know where they actually belong, because today, even in Edo, you see some of them with PDP, you see some with APC, some of them will tell you, they are with Labour Party. These are just transnational politicians, that came from PDP, and they can decide to apply their trade everywhere. But Labour Party remain very consistent in ideology to present a formidable opposition to APC come 2027. We will put us in order. We made some mistake, actually, during 2023, because, let me say, that would be the first time that we are actually giving it a shot to run for president of Nigeria. APC also wobble and fumble, from AC to ACN, to APC, like that now, until when they were able to get their, act together in 2015, even though, they mess up Nigeria 2011 to 2019, they really mess up Nigeria.
Well, talking about the Labour Party's National Transition Committee, we know that they've warned Barrister Julius Abure and other members of the NWC, not to risk jail term and to respect court judgment on the expiration of Abure's tenure as the former chairman of the party since 2023. They also said all elections conducted by Abure's NWC in all states of the Federation remains null and void in the eyes of the law. I'd like you to react to this.
Well, thank you very much. You see, most of them are not our member. Thus, they are reason for not knowing, our constitution. Article 14, 2A, Article 14, let me talk. The tenure is in Article 50, tenure of office. All national officers of the party shall hold office for a period of 4 years. I'm reading Article 15.1 now, and shall be eligible for the election. But you see, because most of them, they are in the other political party before they came to Labour. In 2019 Akwaka Convention, I was the state chairman in Ogun then. Abure was elected as our national secretary, and we have our Oga then, Abdusalam Abdulkari Salam Baladin Paiko as the national chairman. But when the man died, the constitution is very clear. One of the deputies from where he came from will emerge. And that was the nominee, Maria Labeke was the nominee of the NLC into our convention. Maria Labeke is the treasurer of Nogi. She was the one, that now took over from Alhaji Absalam when he died in 2020 December. But in 2021, we now moved to a convention, to our next meeting in Benin. That was where, for some reasons, we now decided to change. The current national secretary was our national vice chairman, Northwest, that is Kaduna, is from Kaduna. He was the one in our neck in 2021 that was elevated by my own person. At least I was the one that moved that motion as Ogun State chairman because I was nearing my 8th year at that time as chairman of the party. While the Kano State chairman then, supported it and we voted. That was when Abure was moved as the national secretary to national chairman, and our national vice chairman, Northwest, Alhaji Farouk, was moved to national secretary. So their tenure began in 2021. But you see, the problem we are having with NLC is that, they've been doing their bidding, they've been doing their politics. They were not that very interested in how we run the affairs of the Labour Party, probably because of Schedule 222 of the Constitution that gave INEC the sole right to monitor a political party. Because 222 says once an association is named a political party, it shall have a life of its own. One, you will have your constitution. You are going to elect, your national executive, state and local. It is not under the founder. The constitution says once you have registered as a founder, they said that team must leave you and have a life of its own. But most of them are not aware. Now, for the tenure, the national officers, that is all NWC, shall spend a period of 4 years. Now, Abure became chairman in 2021 in Benin. Then Farouk became national secretary in 2021 March because our national chairman died in 2020. Now, 2021 to date, it is still March next year that the 4 years tenure, will expire. But you see, let me just tell you the problem they have. There was a time, when they were doing restraining order, it is the same NLC that causes the confusion. Because, rather than them to say, oh, let us come together, let's obey this, or let's get this matter out of the court, they say, oh, chairman, continue with this. But in the eyes of the law, Abure has even lost 1 year out of his 4 years. Because in the eyes of the law, Alhaji Papa told Supreme Court judgment of June 2023 affirmed that suspension until when Court of Appeal, until when Court of Appeal set it aside. Supreme Court affirmed us in the area of our election in Kogi, in Bayelsa, and in Imo, where Justice Quadri of the Federal Court in Imo said that when somebody is restrained, you cannot perform the official function, and Supreme Court, gave their verdict on that. But the issue of leadership, the Court of Appeal just set that one aside in March. That means there was another that was vacated. So all this they are talking, Abure just started even his third year. Because when a man is restrained by the court, you have to obey that court. You don't have any choice. Whether it is for you or against you, the Supreme Court has made it very clear that even Justice Mary Odili, retired Justice of the Supreme Court, in McAfee versus Alimodu Sheriff, said political party must obey your constitution, and that the neck of your party is they are the highest authority. 3, and that when an order of a court is made, you must obey it. All of you remember Magnosabe versus Amechi in Rivers State. An interim order was given in favor of Magnosabe. Amechi said no, he's not going to respect it. Everybody will know Senator Mafara versus the governor then in Zamfara. That thing cost them all the elected officials, from the Senate to governor to rep to House of Assembly. The court asked all of them to vacate because they failed to respect that interim order. And that was the route, these people went to. So as far as we are concerned, Abure tenure, third year will be in March next year. So for anybody to even write any letter is very unconstitutional. They were supposed to at least find out from us what is the fact behind this thing. But I am reading from the Constitution, and like I said, in McAfee versus Alimodu Sheriff, Justice Mary Odili said, parties must obey your constitution first. You must obey your constitution because you are guided by the constitution of your association. If you don't want to obey, you leave and you go and form your own. So for us and the Labour Party, Abure position remain unchanged. Farouk position remain unchanged. Even Alhaji Abba, after that judgment, has reverted back to the deputy national chairman of the party. The position he was as at 2021. This is the way we are now running affairs of the party, other than most of these political strangulators who felt, oh, we can just hijack Labour Party and go away with it. So as far as we are concerned, NTC is an illegal body. They are Medicine Mitalopa. They have no business in Labour Party because they are not even a member. Ajaero is a member of NNPP in his ward in Kaduna. I've said it on here before. He's a member of NNPP. You didn't see them campaigning with Peter Obi. So how can you just come from NNPP? Because your president candidate in election, you now want to come and govern, Labour Party. It is wrong. So we remain united. Abure remain chairman, and INEC did not say he's not the chairman. They said we didn't monitor. But INEC is being told here now that once a party gives you 21-day notice for convention, that is all. That is all they need to do. Whether you monitor or not, it's your business.
Okay, so what is the NLC's real interest in Labour Party? What's their interest with the political party? What are they gaining from such?
Well, I have issue with the president of NLC. He has, told me once, he said he wants to run for president, after Peter Obi failure in our election. But, jokingly I asked him, are you running for a trade union again, or maybe you want to join us and TUC together, or you think Nigeria is Alaba, or a Toku market in Abeokuta. I said, you cannot. By that, he felt, because they were the one that registered, the party. But he was uninformed about Section 222, that once you register a political party, it doesn't belong to you. Once you call it a political party, Section 222 has explicitly, stated what is there, that association will have a constitution different from you, the founder, because our constitution and labor and trade union is very different. So once the constitution said that the political party shall be guided by their own constitution, our constitution only recognizes them as member of NWC, that is the president of the Senate, of the NLC, the president of the TUC, the general secretary of the TUC and NLC. They are 4 out of 35. Just 4 of them. So he cannot on his own now, just like a coup d'etat or in a justable manner, just conjure some meeting. Like, all these our carry people and said, today I've cancelled Abure tenure. I've cancelled Farouk tenure. We have told him several times that this is not a theater group where you do at once in one. At the end of the day, everything, everything will just at least look somehow real during the film, but at the end of the film, everything will go back to normal. He has no authority over Labour Party, but because of his president's ambition, which we have told him, he can go and form his own political party. He cannot use Labour Party. That's number one. Number two, he has issues with 2023 general election. And that one is gone. 2023 general election is gone. We have told them, let us just come together. Let us look at where we fail. Let us look at where we fall so that we can stand up, and rebuild the party. But he thought with those people, he justly, conducted together, they can take over Labour Party, and that will not be possible as far as Labour Party is concerned. His president's ambition in Labour Party cannot see the light of the day. His ambition in Labour Party cannot see the light of the day.
Well, Mr. Arabambi, thank you so much, for that detailed explanation. I guess we'll have to wait until Joe Ajaero actually confirms that he has presidential ambition before we actually go with that. But thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.